More than just being an exciting game to play, Pot Limit Omaha might be the modality of poker where you can easily have the largest edge nowadays. Its popularity is quickly increasing, and if you aren't adventuring into the PLO streets yet, you're missing out. I am Vivian Saliba, Poker Pro, 888 Poker Ambassador, and I've been playing and loving PLO for years. Here are 5 tips to help you select your starting hands in PLO so you can crush this game. Focus on nut hand possibilities. When you're selecting which starting hands to play in PLO, remember that holding high cards is extremely important, as domination, or being outkicked, in this game might cause you to lose a lot of chips. With 4 cards, you will hit the board more frequently, but remember that your opponents will too. What that means is that weak flushes, full houses, and straights won't have much value, especially when facing multiple opponents. Focus on hands that can beat the nuts on the board you're playing, and remember that a great hand in No Limit Hold'em might not be good enough in PLO. Choose starting hands that are connected. Connectivity is another very important factor when deciding what hands to play in PLO. The cards you hold should relate to one another. In this case, when you flop 2 pairs, for example, you might also have a straight draw or a gut shot. Also, in the scenario of flopping a straight or a straight draw, you could benefit from having extra outs. Many times, you can even improve an already made straight. Having more outs and the possibility to improve your made hand will not only increase the value of your hand, but also protect it. Having suited cards is important. When you're playing PLO, you will prefer not to play rainbow hands. These have less value than single-suited hands. What you really want to play are double-suited hands. Having the possibility of making 2 flushes is something that will elevate the strength of your hand. Be aware that holding 3 or 4 cards of the same suit will considerably decrease the strength of your hand. Also, remember that when holding the ace of a certain suit, preferably you would not want to have the king or the queen of that suit, as that interferes with your opponent's calling range once the flush gets there. Don't overvalue pairs in your starting hands. High pairs, such aces and kings, aren't as strong in PLO as you might imagine. The side cards you hold are very important in determining the actual strength of your hand. Ace of hearts, ace of clubs, jack of hearts, and 10 of clubs is a much superior hand to ace of spades, ace of diamonds, 9 of clubs, and 2 of hearts, for example. Your position and previous action will also interfere in the classification of the hand. Let's imagine you sit in the cutoff with king of hearts, king of spades, 7 of hearts, and 5 of clubs. You would definitely raise this hand if you were first to act. But in the case of an under-the-gun raise, a middle position 3-bet to pot, and another raise from the hijack, your hand is now performing very poorly. The probability of one or more of your opponents having aces or even better kings is very high, so you should just fold this. Position is very important when it comes to PLO. Not every hand you would play from the button is a hand you would play from under the gun, and so on. Playing from early positions will often result in playing out of position post-flop, which in poker is a disadvantage. Also, when you get to be the first raiser from a later position, the likelihood of someone waking up with a good hand is smaller than when you raise from an early position. Basically, because there are fewer players to act. You will have to play very tight from early positions and then consider all the factors for hand selection: holding the nuts, connectivity, and suitedness. PLO is a really fun variant of poker. With a little bit of practice and preparation, you can improve your starting hand selection, which will make all the future streets that much easier. What's the biggest challenge you've had moving from one type of poker to another? Let us know in the comments.